we gotta talk about our boy, man. We gotta talk about our boy.
Our boy.
I read Superman Unlimited because I want to keep close tabs on John. Everybody is well aware of what happened, right?
I just know Tomorrow Man's a thing now.
All right, fuck it. You know what? This is John.
Well, spoiler alert. Fuck it.
Yeah,
They know what they came here for.
yeah. So, hey, man, this is John now, I guess. All right. So, I will say this: I like the build up to this, right? Because I guess John is fighting some imp that he might fight in the future, and it was a nice commentary on everything that happened with John, right?
Hmm.
And I think that was Dan Slott's way of just saying, like, DC, what the fuck are you doing? And then him just putting on the suit. I think that was, I don't think this is gonna stick, but I think this was Dan Slott way of just saying, you know what, if you motherfuckers don't want to do nothing with him, I'll do something with him. It's fun. And at the end of it, the imp literally goes in time and pulls out a young John Kent. So remember how we were here like a month ago talking about, oh, we don't trust this John Kent? That's a little John Kent that's legitimate. Right now, I don't know how long he's gonna stay. So yeah,
They
there's
better
a,
not do no fucking future trunk shit, bro.
oh shit, I didn't even think about that. I didn't
I
even think.
swear to God, if there end up being two Johns walking around DC, I might quit, bro. I might stop. I might blow my brain. I'd rather you revert them than do what I think they're gonna do, bro.
Oh no, you don't have to think. There's two John Kents running around. So so the imp is fighting with John Kent, right? Grown up John Kent, and then he gets fed up with all the commentary about what's been going on with him, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, fine. You know what? I lose, blah blah blah, but I'm gonna give you a gift." And he literally he plucks his hand in time and rips out young John Kent. He's like, "Here, I have a gift for you," and then he just leaves. So young John Kent is back, and now you have old John Kent that's here too, who's running around as Tomorrow Man. So the reason why I don't, I think this is just going to be a Superman Unlimited thing because by definition, John has to run around in Titans as Tomorrow Man. And we know they're not going to have this nigga running around Titans as Tomorrow Man. To me, this seems like DC's just trying to have their cake and eat it too. So I don't know. Like, Steph, I want to hear your thoughts first, bro, because please just repeat what you said when you came back when we before we started.
I didn't even say anything. I was just laughing at the suit. I said it can't be that bad, and then you flashbanged me with whatever the fuck this is supposed to be, and I just couldn't handle it. Like I don't even know what to say. Like I genuinely like whatever, man. Like all right, so the kid is here. That evil fucking twerp.
Yo, come on, man.
Listen.
Come on, man.
Listen, we had that whole segment about, we were looking at the variant covers in Tevye, wherever he is. He was like, "Oh no, he's a good boy," and then we were just cycling through all of the fucking variant covers that made him look like a threat to society. Like I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. That's just fuck, man. Whatever. Like
you know
you
what,
gotta do something with them.
This brings up a good thought. This brings up a very good thought, right? And this is actually going to be serious for a second, right? So, you know how all of us have been here. We've been talking about, how John Kent go snap one day, right? He goes snap. Like
Yeah.
it's going. They I think they even teased the. Quentin said he saw a little bit of that tease in, what is it? The kids are all right, right? So, what I think is going to happen for a little while, we're going to see this young John Kent running around. And because it's an imp, like an evil imp that took him from time, this John Kent is not good. Like something's going to happen that's either going to, I think old John Kent will probably have to get rid of him.
Yeah.
He's going to get rid, and then that's going to be the breaking point. I'll put $20 on that shit right now. $20 on that shit. Because there's no way an imp gives you that gift, that gift is coming with some ramifications.
You're gonna put
100%.
20. You're gonna put $20 on a bet right now.
Is this how we get our warlord? Oh, what if tomorrow man's really the evil John? Oh, what?
Thank
Jerro, I see what you're cooking. I see where you're going with this. I got you. I'm reading what you're putting down right now. All right.
right?
Because
Because
do you trust a man with no mask? That's the
no,
first thing. You know what I'm saying? You trust a Superman character wearing a mask? A
no,
full one at that? Nah,
no.
something's up. Now, one of the two are gonna be a bad guy, and one of the two gonna stick. The little one or the big one.
Yeah, no way, no
The
way.
the tomorrow man name will be John's name going farther. If he ends up being like this, ends up just being a good thing for John in general. Like that will be his name, his branding instead of Super Son. Which I ain't. I like Super Son though. I ain't gonna lie.
I see the long game that Dan Slott is playing. Because, like I said, I think I said it last time when it was just us. I said, yo, there's no way Dan Slott is just going to come on here and do some bullshit. Say what you want about Dan Slott. Come on. He's probably the only one besides Maines that could do something interesting. Come on, fuck out of here, man. One of them's leaving. And then whichever one is leaving, the DC universe is fucked. Mark my words. Mark my words. Mark my words. Mark my words. Superman Unlimited is right now. This is an important book. Look. AJ, what do you think, bro?
Holy pouches, Batman. That costume. The mask is cool, and I like the homage that they're doing with the Kryptonian Nightwing symbol. Other than that, I'm a wait and see. I haven't read it, but y'all have piqued my interest enough, so that's probably what I'll read after we get off of here. But I do think this is probably more leading us to the John Breaking Bad part. I still think we're going to see that eventually. The kid showing up, I wasn't really feeling it until Quentin mentioned the future Trunk seeing him, and I kind of like that dynamic. I know he doesn't, but that could be an interesting play, especially if.
No, I don't like you, AJ. I just think they should have been did it.
Oh, should bring
Oh,
that. Okay. But see, my thing is, and I don't know. I don't. On one hand, I don't think they would get rid of the current John, our John. But on the other hand, if they only keep one, what if after everything, Little John, what if after Young John learns everything that's happened with older John, and then they somehow remove older John from the picture? So now all of his adventuring, all of his becoming Superman, all of his being stranded in with Ultraman, all of his not necessarily mishaps, but everything that happened in Absolute Power, him and Dreamer's connection, his boyfriend, well, ex-boyfriend at this point, all of that. Now Young John knows, and he's the one that sticks around. How does he deal with that? How does he deal with all of that moving forward? There's a story there, but then also I need to see how. And Clark's obviously not here right now. I need to see how he and Lois deal with this, right? Because, we've talked about it for years now. They missed all of his adolescence essentially. Now you've got it. Now you've got a younger version here. Do they take the young version in? I can't see them just leaving this kid out there to fend for himself. So how does that work out? So you got a couple interesting dynamics you could play with. Yeah, I'm not the biggest slot guy these days, but I'll check it out. I'm about 4 issues behind on Unlimited, so this gives me a valid reason to catch up.
And hold on, before anybody go, I do want to acknowledge this comment. Says I think they'll reboot John to Damien's age or a bit younger, using all the time travel stuff going around. I think he'll still be in Titans, but he'll have a lot of opportunities left for him. Yeah, I think because Titans is the wrench, right? Well, actually, no. Time out. I trust Tate Bromble, right? Who's to say Tate Bromble and Dan Slott are not in cahoots, right?
Yeah.
Who's to say, cool, they're just letting this rock for now and they're just letting this thread out. So now this is something that could probably leak into Titans and then it'll bounce back as Superman Unlimited. And then also, remember, Clark is gone, y'all. Like, come on. You think they're going to pass up an opportunity to have Clark interact with the young John Kent again? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Watch
Fuck
this.
out of here.
Right now, time's broken, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't nobody go back, right? That's still something's in place from Justice League. On top of the fact, remember Convergence?
Oh,
What
shit.
if,
Yo,
what if
you playing with
everything
fire.
happens, but everything that happened with John, he finds out everything premature. They Jean Graham, right? Everybody know what I'm talking about when he outed Bobby, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. So we got Little John here, right? I think that's what we're gonna call him now. We got
Mhm.
Little John, we got Tomorrow Man, right? We already kind of established one of the two are gonna be like the surprise villain, either now or in the future. Some future writer using them, right? We already know that's happening. Gonna Mongol the fuck out of him, or the dude from Kingdom Come.
Mhm.
All right, so I can see a situation where maybe they both get stuck, or at least Little John, and then you have Current John, right?
Mhm.
Then you have some issue where I think Current John breaks bad, like we've already kind of predicted and said. Then you got Little John here, like, remember who you are. Da 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 da. Then you have a situation where he might, I don't know, he might cross the line. But then I think that's going to lead to a bigger crisis event that leads to like a merging event. And then we
Mhm.
reset him like in a proper age 16, 17, right next to Damien. Different
Mm.
style, personality. We get it right this time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. But no, that's pretty much it. I think I like it. I just think we could have been did this and recycled. We didn't have to go through some of the hoopla that we've gone through the last damn near 10 years when
Mhm.
dealing with him, right? We didn't have to put a metaphoric genie back in the bottle if we would have just sort of did this already. And like I told you niggas, that super twin shit wasn't gonna nobody gave a fuck about them twins. But anywho, super twins. They've been trying so hard for like the last year to get that shit to stick. I can't remember their goddamn names.
Okay. Okay. To be fair, I am collecting what is it? PKJ's last story, right? So
I
I
like
think
them. I just, you know, you know.
because I think that story is I don't know if it's gonna get the twins out of here or whatever, but I do want to read it when it's all said. I think it's like halfway done right now, but yeah, but they tried to rectify not having John with them. Yeah, people knew what the game was, like 100%. But I do like what you said, and it ties really well into what Emmanuel said because he says, yeah, they'll reboot him to Damien's age because I think at this point Damien's what we can say Damien's aged up at least like a good 2 or 3 years now, right? It just depends on who's writing or who's drawing him, but yeah, I can see them balancing it out now because I can't see, like I said, Super Sons for me at least is done. Like that era is done. Finito, gone. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some later down the line, but to go back to
Super
what you said,
teens. You got
okay, fair. The Teen Titans are back, so I stand corrected there. But I do like what you said, though. I really do like what you said because yes, we could have did this before, but the problem is I don't think anybody in the DC bullpen was suitable to handle this. If I'm being honest. What you were going to give Ben? We weren't going to give this to Bendis again. I don't think Williamson or Scott was going to touch this. So who could have done this previously? That would have had some weight. I think Dan Slott was the only one. So we had to go through the bullshit to get to this. Because Slott touched on everything that happened. And best believe Slott has been reading everything that people have been saying online, all the articles and whatever. Like that was an essay. So when John did what he did here, I was like, oh, this makes sense. This makes 100% sense. So now this sets the groundwork for what we have been I can't wait. I can't wait for our old videos to pop when John snaps. Because best believe, guys, our old videos are starting to pop now. People starting to go back to our old videos talking about John. It's happening. So, boy, when that shit happened, I can't wait. I can't wait to tell. I can't wait to say, yo, we told you niggas we were right. We're right. I still do wish Nicole Maines had a little something more to do, but they even acknowledged that also. They acknowledged what happened with Maines. So, Slot, I'm on board. I was asleep on Superman Unlimited. Now I'm awake.